I have seen some of you, and the part was, I'm troubled by the present issues that I am having to deal with, mainly health and maybe in the mind. Why am I cannot master this? Now, what happens is in life, this is my understanding, there is no scientific background for it. When we have a sickness, let's say we have a sickness, the sickness is quite a print of what you have been doing in the past. Same goes to the trauma, same goes to anything. So when you hold on to so much that I want to get rid of it, that aggression comes to feed the matter more. Instead of healing, what happens is you're in a constant struggle of that. Because if you really see it, what we want to do in the classes is become from somebody to nobody, some matter to no matter, from a mind to a no mind. Now that stage is very hard, otherwise everyone will be healing very quickly, because it is a realization. Because most of the time when you say that you want a better future of the health, a better future of this and all that, you are asking and meditating from a place of not even meditating from a place of lacking it. So you're giving to energize the matter to further become enhanced. So instead of organizing the matter constantly, what I don't want is what you're going to create. Instead of even wanting, how about using today's class to move into the place of the energy field? It is a more realization place where you're going to get the matter which is much more in favor of you. So the matter will bring that harmony, bring that health, bring that wealth of understanding, ease out from the pain and the trauma, because it is on a different frequency. Why we are now more sick or traumatized than before? Because you may watch in the times of free, instead of becoming nobody, you're becoming somebody's energy field, whether it's going through the Instagram, whether it's going through the Facebook, whether it's going through the social media platforms. They are all serving the purpose into a greater extent, but it is also a buffet of food if you're trying to avoid food and try to lose weight. So these images with strong music and strong vibrations do penetrate into you as much as you don't want it. So I would ask you, a class is not about a magical environment. It is just at that very moment, you just allow the frequency of the field to be, instead of creating that frequency of what you don't have and what you don't want, but it happens because of your feeling of the energy towards it is very strong. Because you know that when we feel aggressive, it's an energy field. When we are frustrated, it's an energy field. So this is, you're just going to be softened to yourself to find those vibrations, where are they? And without naming it, without identifying it, allow that space for the frequency itself to move into a different level of a vibration. So saying that now, I'm just going to go and take you on this journey. So start taking a deep breath in and very gently, even not forcing the body to relax, but just seeing that where it is in that present moment. And try not to avoid what you're feeling, because your noticing is already coming into a place of not forcing at all, but accepting as it is the realm of the present moment. That is the only place that you can be neutral to anything. Now, once you start taking that deep breath, you may find areas that you may have to relax the body, may have to adjust the body. Because we are not running in the loop of the subconscious. We are not running in the loop of the past and its imagination. Now, very gently, take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders up, tilt the head back, and very gently massage the back of the skull. Very gently, there's a C1 and a C2 spine. Very gently, we want it to be relaxed. And we want to get the energy flowing through this understanding. Now, very gently, stretching the neck to the right. Keep that left shoulder rolled back. Back to the center. Onto the other side. Very gently, keep the right shoulder back. Breathing into that tightness that you're feeling it, but not also naming it as tightness. Back to the center. Shoulders relaxed and chest open. Now take a deep breath in, arms raise onto the crown. Interlace the fingers, palms facing up. Avoid the identification, avoid the difficulty, avoid the flexibility, everything that comes into the mind that you have to gain or lose, be conscious of that. Now taking a deep breath in, holding onto the left wrist and turning it into the ceiling and stretching towards the right, very gently opening up that the state of the rib cage that you're working at this very moment. And you're not even this body in a place of a field. Just leave the matter onto a side for a while and just be the energy field of your consciousness. Now back to the center, right palm facing up and then stretching towards the left. Breathing back into the center. Shoulders relax and chest open. Shoulders roll back, opening up the chest. And allow those hands to land and just shake it and see whether there's any level of the field you're allowing it to flow. I will move the camera towards Darren. Now take a deep breath in, interlacing the fingers into the front, shoulders relax, and now drop the shoulders a little bit more and allow that palms to face into the front more. Drop that shoulder and extend those elbows. Keep that spine elongated, very gently. Now take a deep breath in, right palm facing into the front, pushing that fingers into the back towards your body. Gently now drop the right shoulder, drop the left shoulder. And one by one with the fingers, you can press them towards your body. And very gently, instead of calling it uncomfort, just finding a space to breathe into that space. Just for a moment, just think that you don't have the knowledge of the language. You just want this body to be in the place of space. Now, very gently, left palm facing into the front, very gently using the right thumb to move into areas And very gently opening up one by one the fingers towards your body. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently dropping that left shoulder and right shoulder and keep that spine elongated. Now very gently take a deep breath in and coming back. Shoulders relax. Now very gently, I'm going to hold my elbows into the back. So very gently, you can just hold on to the elbows in the back, shoulders roll back. And this might be a very uncomfortable position if you are on the computer a lot and you have moved the body towards the front too much. And also when your body is too much in the past, also you slouch your shoulders. So this is a moment to take a deep breath in and open up that space of the shoulders, space of the emotion that is trapped in the body. Now, if you're holding onto the opposite elbows, just gently change the formation of the hands onto the other way. If the right was holding the left, then the left should hold the right, so that we can energetically dissolve the substance or breathe into the space without leaving a single trace behind. Now, this is only can be done in the consciously on the present moment for things to appear or disappear. Just a process. So first, the energy would have been like a rock. Now it might be a wave. Now it might be able to evaporate. All your memory is stored in the body. Now relax. Shake the arms, release the tension. Shake it, shake it, shake it. The process is phenomenal. Remember, your mind is not in the place of serving the purpose. It's no a wave anymore. It's not a river anymore. It can be like a rock. A lot of people who are educated have this mind is like a rock. There's no flexibility. Now relax. Now take a deep breath in, gently moving into the space of a cat. Stomach pulled in, but an elongated spine. Now create the space of the gap, not just doing and non-doing. So you can see the interval of the present you're allowing, not from a thought to another, not a movement to another. Now take a deep breath in, shoulders roll back, opening up the belly. Become the space of the field, not the matter, the continuity, because that continuity of observation is what is needed. Breathe out into the space of the cat. So we are giving a break into the space of the mind and its electrons. And we are moving it into the field rather than to a past or into a future where miracles can happen, because you are the co-creator of your own. Now relax, elongate the spine. Now very gently twist the spine on an out breath onto the left side. Now you have to take a moment to think, to observe that are you all those thoughts, what has happened in the past? And is your freedom is in the future? I want you to come into the space of the present moment, where you are able to let past be past Let future be future, because what is the future will become is what you're doing now, not apparently the change of the past to a future. Breathing in back into the center, shoulders relax. Change the leg formation. I want you to twist the spine to the right in an elongation, vertical and a horizontal opening. And I want you to go deeper and deeper. The more you go deeper into the practice, you could see the story disappears, the body disappears, the mind disappears. Immediately what you were fighting to liberate is already liberated. In this present moment, you're not running, you're not fighting. So bring that feel more into you. Things will come, things will go. Perception comes, perception goes. Breathing in back into the center. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently walk the palms into the front, come onto the knees. Unlock the ankles and open up that space. Now take a deep breath in, drop the belly, look up into a gentle cow. Looking up into the space of the vast emptiness. There is no hindrance because you're not trying to heal a body. You're not trying to heal a past. You are well beyond that existence. Now that's only the dimension of the body and the mind. Breathe out into the space of the cat. Try to be in that infinitely open, where things come and go, but you're not identifying, I'm this, I'm that. I'm the watcher, I'm the witness. Drop the belly opening now. Now take a deep breath. Shoulders roll back. Now come into a neutral spine. Now left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Clench and unclench. Left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Into the back. Full rotation under the armpit. Now you can stretch the right arm into the front, right arm up to the sky, right palm onto the back and elbow pointing up. What you're trying to do is you're allowing things to come and go. Now, who will think at this moment if the alignment is correct? Mind. Remember, nobody exists in today's practice. Today's practice is beyond the mind. Now you're creating a space of nothingness. You're not trying to get rid of things. You are becoming the air of understanding of dropping. Now take a deep breath in, very gently coming back. Shoulders relax and chest open. Completely breathe out to a cat. Anus lock, navel lock, throat lock. They are just fields that you are bringing the field into the matter. Is it somebody controlling this now? No. Drop the belly, opening up the chest into a cow. Take a deep breath in, coming into a neutral spine. Right arm reaching up to the ceiling, clench and unclench. Right arm reaching into the back, full rotation under the armpit. Now observe, left arm can reach up or into the front or into the tailbone or wherever it is. Now the fragments of mind still controlling. That is what is the ego is. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is bad. Just observe the commentary. Now, there is nobody, then there is nobody's mind to control anything. There is a space we call the quantum field, all the inner emptiness, but it does not control. The very witnessing, I will call it, I don't like to use words. Let's say it's positive. Let's say it's healing. Let's say it has stopped the time. Phenomena of observation. Because no longer this body belongs to Channa or Darren or Sylvia, Alana, anyone. Now breathing in gently, coming back. Breathe out into the space of the cat. Anus lock, navel lock, throat lock. Now drop the belly, opening up. So you can come anytime to the matter or to the body. You can come to the shadow of things. Now, when you try to force things, you become more of the shadow, more of the poverty, more of the sickness. Now, we want the energy field to not create that because it has somehow been created. Now, we don't want to escape from it. We just want to give that space. We are looking deeper by in this space. Now, very gently, give a good rotation to the hips onto both sides, and then stretch the spine when you feel like into the back, palms facing up. There is a standstill in your story now. There is a standstill in your recovery now. There is a standstill in your sickness now. There is a standstill with your past. There's a standstill in your future. Because you may be driven by fear when you think about these things too much. Palms facing up if your buttocks is dropped onto the heels. Now there is nothing other than absence of matter. Nothingness, but you're in the field, but not as the person who enters into the class. Now you can observe the mind that contains so strong past or a future to disappear from the past, appear into the future, is nothing other than empty. Thoughts will remain, but it's no longer served the purpose. But the mind that you thought, the trauma that you thought, is no longer pushing the body into that frequency. Now you could see the illness that you are fighting, the poverty that you are fighting is not really you. Of course, you can pull it anytime, like an actor plays its role on a drama or a film. But there is a deep rest. Present is the only resting place. Present is the only place where you can change things. Now, even a thought comes, you are not identifying that thought as you. Now palms very gently facing down, crawling and bringing the chest into the front. Take a deep breath in and very gently rise into that space of the cobra that you're witnessing. Now you are even an outsider to this body, into this mind. Now you could see nothing is rooting in you. You're not giving home to these thoughts anymore because it's homeless, it's rootless. But they were. But they move on their own. You don't need to do anything. You simply watch, you attain. You watch, you attain. Is there anything personal to you now? Or we're looking onto the left? Breathing in back to the center, or looking to the right. Breathing in back into the center. Now, let's take another layer out, which is shallow. The word. If the word is not there, the world is not there, because you cannot talk about the world. Now, nobody is not trying to be somebody anymore. Emptiness does not have to be filled with anything. But it helps you to understand a certain thing that has happened when you're looking. Relax onto the knees and stretch the spine on the out breath. Remain untouched. Remain untouched. Remain untouched. Remain untouched. Thoughts are there. If you invite them, the disturbance also being invited, whether it's calm or quiet. So now we have moved from the surface chaos of matter into the energy field. Now take a deep breath in, crawling and bringing the chest into the front, breathing in, into an up phase. So your knees are lifted up, your shoulders are dropped, your energies expand, horizontal and vertical. Breathe out into the down phase. Now, observe your mind. If you try to understand with logic, you will be pulled back into the mind again, then to the body again, then to the past again, then to the future again, then into the story. And you will miss. If you try to understand this in a space of sympathy, you will attain understanding. Now you understand the mind is a disturbance of the consciousness, just as the waves are disturbance of the oceans. Now take a deep breath in very gently, left leg up into the back, give a good rotation, release the shackles from the feet, clench and unclench, left knee to the left chest, breathe out. Breathing in, stretch back, stretch, release the tensions of those boots that you are in thought form wearing, the work shoe, the mother shoe, the father shoe, the lover shoe. Stretch back and left knee onto the left elbow. Stretch back, left knee onto the right elbow. Stretch back, left foot into the front. Now take a deep breath in, arm stretch into the back, interlacing the fingers, bring the forehead next to the front knee, next to not on top of it. Stretch the shoulders a little bit more further into the ceiling, and take a deep breath in, arm stretch into the front, interlacing the fingers into the front, not up yet. So bring the chest down to the knee level, bring the chest down to the knee level. That's it. Now hold the pelvic floor, arms raised onto the ground. All right. Now the thoughts will come difficult, balance, observe. Let the mind give the where you are at, not where you want to be. Virabhadrasana, turning, opening up onto the warrior pose, left palm facing up, take a mudra into this understanding, observe gentle arch, take a deep breath in, gently coming back, elbow onto the knee. Now right, very gently roll back, holding onto the sacrum. Then when you're ready, stretching up. Only when you're ready. Now, the knee doesn't fold inwards, it's pointing outwards properly. Observe if the problem arises in the body, which is the surface. Stretch into the front, touch the floor. Now take a deep breath in, left arm reaching into the front, up to the ceiling. Now, if you see that your energy is leaking outwards, drop the back knee and hold the posture. Otherwise, you can hold that knee up, otherwise drop that back knee. Left reaching into the back, touch the floor. Now drop that back knee. Now take a deep breath in and bring the energy back onto the knee, onto the chest, onto the hips. Now gentle breathing. Calm down your breath, because I could see the pulsating of the heart rate. The moments can, otherwise the energy will go back to the matter and overturn. So don't fight, just observe. Arms raised onto the crown, interlacing the fingers, palms facing up. Spread the wings wider and touch the floor. Into a plank. Now this time strong on the pelvic floor. Breathe out towards the down face. Breathing into a plank. Engage the pelvic floor. Breathe out towards the down face. Breathing in, lifting up onto the toes. Breathe out, pushing down to the heels. Now drop the knees. Stretch the spine into the back. Palms facing up, releasing the tension. Don't go against anything. Now, somebody to know body, mind to know mind. Just be very careful coming into this. So now there is no fight, because it is a letting go process of what you have been conditioned. Even you don't know what the future that you want, also a conditioned future. The whole phenomena is now conditioned. Now I just want you, for the time being, to be the energy field. Now, after today, your path might be changing for you, but the rush of the path is no longer there. Now, crawling and bringing the chest into the front, drop the belly, soften the hips, breathing in into a gentle cobra. Overlooking to the right side, back to the center, overlooking onto the left side, back to the center. Relax, and third eye land on the fist or on the fingers, elbows pointing out. Now suddenly, this event can change your DNA, because now you are in the center. Now the fight on the surface has brought you into the center. The practice has slipped you into the center. Now it has happened spontaneously. Now you are the energy field. Now there is nothing to control. Control only is when you're in the surface. When you have lost the battle is where you want the control most. Now your language has misled you. Now nobody can control you, really. No one wants you to come into this place, because nobody can control you. Now very gently take a deep breath in, breathing in into a gentle up face from here. So you bring the palms where the elbows are, elbows tucked in, come up. It's a very elegant space of a pose. I really love the up face. Breathe out towards the down face. Now very gently prepare yourself in the perspective of the down face. But I want you the energy to come from inside to the matter of the body. That this body is very lucky to have you as the teacher, as you as the guidance. Now, when you have that gratitude, the things has happened to you, so you're receiving things and you're already thanking, and you're making the matter a new matter. Right leg up, rotation to the right foot, clench and unclench. Release that control from the right foot. Right knee to the right chest, breathe out. Breathing in, stretch back. Shake that right leg, right knee to the right elbow. Breathing in, stretch back, right knee to the left elbow. Stretch back. Right foot into the front. Interlacing the fingers into the back, stretch the shoulders a little bit. Bring that chest down to the knee level. It's too high. Take a deep breath in, arm stretch into the front. Lengthening to come up. Palms onto the Namaskar position. You're the energy field. You're the strength. There is nothing because you have stopped fighting the surface. Now, if you go into the mind and the thought, you become weak again. You become the worry again. You become the fear again. You become the ill health again. You become the poverty again. Now, knowing this place, I want you to be rich and opening up the posture into Virabhadrasana. Now, when you come into this understanding, you reject nothing. Rejection to this or that comes out of weakness because you're afraid. Now, there is no fear because you are the energy field. Everything that life gives you make no difference. Gentle arch from that mudra. Breathing in back into the center, elbow onto the knee. Stretch up if you want to. That left arm stretching to the front. Now very gently touch the floor. Right arm reaching up to the ceiling, clench and unclench. Right, reaching into the back, touch the floor. Drop the back knee onto the floor, holding onto the front knee. Shoulders relaxed, chest open, elongation. Take a deep breath in, palms onto the Namaskar position. Now the shallowness of you have moved into the depth of you. There is no rejection of your past. So there is nothing to cripple this energy that is forming into you. When I say cripple, it has also not crippled you to become the past. You're not even paralyzed. If something wrong in your life, that means you're remaining in the surface. And you are unnecessarily suffering because of the part of the partial perception. Now, in the depth, you have understanding the whole perception that is needed. Take a deep breath in, palms onto the floor, into a plank, stronger on the pelvic floor. Breathe out towards the down face, breathing in into a plank. Breathe out towards the down face, breathing in into a plank. Drop the knees and give a good rotation to the hips. Wider rotation from the center of understanding. And let's say you're working on the matter of the healing, but now you're healing from not outside to inside. Now, because from the center, you are looking onto all the dimensions, into all the direction, and onto the whole periphery of your being. And this is vast. This does not need anything to be added or taken out. It's the periphery of God existence onto the other side. Once you have come the center and become wider, larger than your understanding, and you end with the being, the whole, not less than that. Stretch the spine into the back, into the child pose. Now you don't need any dust of thoughts to gather so that it fogs this energy. I'm not asking you to be against the mind. I'm just asking you, when a tool was there to serve you, you have become the tool. I just asked this moment to bring into the place of a fetus, a creation before even you were born. Let the layers of the dust that has accumulated through memories, and you're now very gently taking the step not to identify it. Your mind is only a past memory. It is a dust. I don't want you to just enjoy this life, but not gathering dust. Let the thoughts be, you don't have to identify it with it. When it comes into this realization, crown of the head onto the floor and lifting up the buttocks to activate the pituitary and the pine energy. Roll back onto the third eye and fist on the third eye. Now you know that the space of Oma, Kayam, dust onto dust. Some people only live in thoughts and die from that dust. Dust return onto the dust. Nothing will be left behind. Layers of dust. But that's something inside you that is not just dust at all. Now wake up the spine one vertebra at a time. In the place of your consciousness, in the place of your realization, your place of uniting that awareness is your being. The dust that awareness collects around, it's your mind and it's your body. If your clothes get dirty and dusty, you clean it. But when you attach to the past stains, it's beyond the redemption. You cannot clean them. Contrary, whatever you do to clean it, make it more unclean. So this is not doing. This is witnessing the craziness of the mind. Now very gently come into a seating posture where you're going to sit for the next space of the minutes, just in place of observation. Take a deep breath in and very gently become the energy that transferring into matter, into the field. All what is happening on the surface is happening into the surface of you. So very gently now take a deep breath in and release the energy of being born into a family, born into a gender, born into a school, born into a state, born into this, that. Just take a deep breath out. This is not me. It has happened to you. It's an event outside of you. Take a deep breath in and further gentle breath out. Release that the name that somebody has given to you, or you have been responding, reacting. But the name is not you. Of course, you have a form, but you understand the form is also not you, because the form is just the house you happen to be in, like an address. Is that all you? The address that you're living? Because you're traveling into other places. But you come and tell that is my address. How many houses you left to be in this house or apartment or the room? Take a deep breath in. Form is just the body that you happen to be in. The body that all these earth, air, water, heat particles came through your parents. Watch and relax. Take that moment of observation in Vivek. Moments comes when you have come into a place of the realization that you have eliminated what you are not. The matter. The matter. Once the matter is gone, there is no matter. Now there's nothing to face yourself without nothing. You just have encountered your own being. If a thought comes into the mind and start identifying you, just create space. That which is you're not. If you try to understand what I'm teaching through logic, you will have problems of letting go of the family, the body, and the mind. In the start of the class, I said to you, look at things in a sympathetic way, in that space of emptiness without personal. But now encountering the thought, coming back to the body, is no longer holding you as a prisoner. Now, if you go to the surface, problem always the responsibility on the others. Why wasn't you being there? Why was you not a great father? Why was you not a great mother? Why was you not a great lover? The wound is created by unconsciousness, unawareness. A wound is a part of ignorance. Wound is a part of sleep. Now, from here, if you want to go back to your past, consciously go backwards. Look at the wound. Conscious is a healing force. In the past, when the wound happened, it happened. It's unconscious. You were angry. You were possessed by arrogance. And the battle comes. You try to keep the surface harmonious. But when you become true to yourself, it's a different phenomenon. Go back as just the light of consciousness. And the stagnation of that energy, let it flow back into the system of the quantum field, where it will be healed as a matter, and it's no longer hurt anyone. Now, the past, when it's not functioning in you, there is no sickness in you. When the past has no grip on you, the past is finished. Past got nothing to do with your being. You're available to the present, never before it or never after. When you come into this realization, arms raised onto the ground, cleansing the space and the energy field of this beautiful home that you're taking refuge into your body and to the mind. They both are tools, but you can spread this vibration. The whole world awakes in this vibration. Because everyone has this spark to awaken this space, even trees, even rocks, even water. This is center of everything. Very gently bringing that alignment into the crown, into the space of the third eye, to see beyond the eyes can see and feel, the throat beyond the words and language, heart, aligning in the truth of that space. Solar plexus, that you're the beaming sun of these energies, navel and Mooladhara. Arms raised back into the crown, cleanse in that space one more time. Bringing the palms onto the namaskar position in that gratitude that you're grateful for this very moment that you have been given and received a treasure of life beyond words and measurements. Namaste.